Hello friends, welcome. Friends, I am sure that you might have seen this article today which got published where it says that the cabinet approves telecom spectrum auction across multiple spectrum band at base price of rupees 96,317.65 crores, almost 1 lakh crores. Now friends, the purpose of this video is to take you through the various spectrum bands which are offered for bidding. And you yourself will judge whether if even a fraction of this value which is being stated in this article will be realized in this auction or not. So you judge. I don't have to say anything. I am going to just take you through the spectrum bands and you judge. So what are the spectrum band? 800 megahertz, 900 megahertz, 1800 megahertz, 2100 megahertz, 2300, 2500, 3300 and 26 gigahertz. Out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bands, only 2 bands are 5G bands, the rest are 4G band. Now, you already know that the operators have deployed 5G networks and there is a sharp movement of subscribers into 5G space because of handsets are slowly getting converted into 5G. So, most of the players are taking 5G subscribers and consumers are also moving to 5G. So, therefore, expanding 4G spectrum makes no sense and the operator should be expanding their 5G spectrum, right? That is the essence of this discussion. Now let's go band by band. Now for that I am going to basically take you through my application which I wrote where we will pick a band and you will be able to see the complete map of the band in front of you. So now what I have done is that I am going backwards because if you look at this 26 gigahertz, 33, so I am going backwards. So I picked the 26 gigahertz band. So the 26 gigahertz band, the complete band map has been picked up. Now in this map, you will see that there is a color code for each and every operator and these are circles AP to West Bengal and this is the spectrum, the full spectrum band. And these are color code like the Reliance Jio is red, green is Bharti, blue is Vodafone and then we have got Adani here and then we have got BSNL here, right, of this color. And then this is the pink one which is available for auction. Now if you see Reliance Jio has how much spectrum in all the 22 circles, you can see the tooltip. It is 1 gigahertz of spectrum in all the 22 circles. 1 gigahertz of spectrum. Can you imagine this? 1000 megahertz of spectrum. Bharti has how much? 800 megahertz of spectrum. Vodafone Idea has got different spectrum in different bands. Like some spectrum 800, some 200. Like if you look at the tooltip there, it is in Haryana 400. So different bands are different spectrum. Then we have got Adani, 100 megahertz in some space, some 50, and then in Karnataka 50, then in Mumbai 100, then in Rajasthan 50, and then we have got BSNL 400 megahertz of spectrum. Now this band is very hard to deploy because the frequency is so high that you need to have a very large base station density. Means the tower density which has to be so large in order for you to have a carpet to carpet coverage, and that is why the operators are yet to deploy this particular spectrum band yet. Most of the deployment has happened in 3.5 gigahertz band which I am going to take you through right now. So looking at this, what do you think? Will there be a bidding? You tell me. I don't know, because if there is so much spectrum, who are the contented bidders? It will be Bharti and Reliance Jio. Vodafone Idea has even not deployed even 3.5 gigahertz. The DOT has been asking both Vodafone Idea and Adani why they have not deployed any 5G base station yet. So there is no question of them bidding additional spectrum. So these players have already bid enough spectrum. So there is no, I don't think that they will bid any additional spectrum. So this is out of question. Now let's go to the next band, the next 5G band, which is the 3300, which I call 3500. Now if you look at this band map, again the same color coding. Here you have BSNL here, 70 megahertz. Then we have got Reliance Jio. In some circles they have 30 megahertz, some circles they have got 100 megahertz. So if you look at this, such a clean spectrum with protruding blocks of spectrum, right, in some of the circles where they have got on 130 megahertz. Then we have got Bharti. Bharti in most of the circles have got 100 megahertz. Means all the circles they have 100 megahertz. Then we have got Vodafone Idea here. In some circles they have got 50 megahertz, some circles they have got, I think most of the circles they have got 50 megahertz, and some circles they don't have spectrum. For example, Assam they don't have spectrum. Odisha they don't have spectrum. And then the pink color is the spectrum available for auction. right? Again, you tell me so much spectrum is available for the operators to bid, and the operators are complaining that they are not able to monetize their 5G spectrum. Why would they bid any further spectrum in this band? You tell me, right? I don't think that they will bid. So this is also going to go, this spectrum is going to be put in the auction and will be taken by the government as it is, because there will be no takers. Neither Vodafone will be interested, nor Bharti, nor Reliance Jio. Okay. So this is the 3500 megahertz spectrum band. Now coming to the 4G spectrum band at 2500. Now 2500, if you see, these are this is a very small amount of spectrum. So again, the color code is that we have got Vodafone Idea here. Then we have got pink spectrum, which is available in the circles, various circles. Then we have got BSNL here. And so you see that there are only two players here, BSNL and then Vodafone Idea. Now Vodafone Idea is already struggling. This is not a band which for Bharti and Reliance Jio. So why would they bid any additional spectrum? It makes no sense. BSNL anyway has returned spectrum in most of the circles, right? If you see BSNL, actually they had full pan-India spectrum. So they have returned this spectrum, so they will not bid. So this is also going to go unsold, right? Then comes the 2300 megahertz band. Let's see this particular spectrum. So if you look at 2300 megahertz, again if you see, then here it is Reliance Jio. It has got 40 megahertz of spectrum. Then Bharti, in most circles they have got 40, in some circles they have 30. Right? Then we have got Vodafone, slices of spectrum for Vodafone Idea. And then we have got government user here. Only a small slice of spectrum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles are available for bid. Why would even, so maybe Bharti will like to take and complete their spectrum, possible. But I don't know whether they will, because this is again a 4G band. It is only enhanced 4G capacity, and this band does not travel far. This is also a high frequency spectrum, means can't be deployed with efficiency in rural areas. In urban areas, there are already enough spectrum available for 4G. So they may take, they may not take. I don't think that they need to take any further spectrum, because this is a 4G band. This is not a 5G band. Okay. Now coming to the 2100 megahertz spectrum. Now 2100 megahertz spectrum, you see, again very interesting situation. We have got a large chunk of spectrum used by government, and then we have got Bharti in small places here and there. In some circles there are a lot of spectrum available, right? This is also a 4G spectrum. Vodafone Idea got huge amount of spectrum. See, some circles they have got 20 megahertz of spectrum, 15 megahertz. So all this blue that you see, Vodafone Idea. Right, green that you see, Bharti. Then this particular color, BSNL. Then we have got another. This is what, Airtel. So the Airtel spectrum is just lying, unused, because this is a court case and they are in NCLT. So this can't be used. So though there is a lot of spectrum available in this pink color spectrum available in some of the circles, but again it is 4G spectrum. I don't think that operators would spend money to buy, because if you look at the reserve price, let's look at the price of this spectrum so that we'll get a sense as to whether it makes sense for the operators to buy any spectrum. So what I will do is I'll go to the auction data and see what the price of this spectrum is. So now let's look at let's see, where is it? Here it is. So you see, this is the band wise price of crore per megahertz. So this is this spectrum, though there is no, you can't really take this data, because there are some circles the spectrum is was not offered for sale. So you look at the individual circles and compare the price with the 1800 megahertz band. So you'll find that it is almost at par. For example, in AP, the 1800 megahertz is 172 crores per megahertz, the 2100 is 142 crores per megahertz. And in Delhi, it is 270 and in 224. So there is a lot of spectrum. When I go to 1800 megahertz, you see the operators have a lot of spectrum. So I don't think that the operators are going to take any further spectrum in even 2100 megahertz spectrum band, because they can fulfill the same requirement by taking more spectrum in 1800 megahertz band if they need to. So let's go again to the data of spectrum. And let's look at the 1800 megahertz spectrum layout. So this is the 1800 megahertz spectrum layout, you see. So again the color code, let's see, this is RGO. These are all red is RGO. Then we have got Bharti, which is green, and then we have got Vodafone Idea. And then we have got MTNL here in small slices. Then we have got government user. This pink is available for auction. So what sense that you make out of this? So much spectrum is available for Bharti in most of the circles. And this is again a 4G band. If they want, they can take spectrum in some of the circles. For example, in Haryana, Bharti may choose to take additional spectrum because they have got less here, right? So they may. So this might build small amount of slices of spectrum, but it is not going to be significant compared to what you saw in the last auction, right? So this is the situation as per 1800 megahertz spectrum. Now let's go to 900 megahertz band. Now 900 megahertz band, this story is absolutely dismal story. So here if you see that this green is Bharti, this blue is Vodafone. So Vodafone has got huge amount of 900 megahertz spectrum. You see this? So much amount of spectrum. In, like, for example, if you look at Mumbai Vodafone has 11 megahertz of spectrum. So if, let's say, I don't know who, if you live in Mumbai, you will notice that the quality of service as far as Vodafone is concerned in Mumbai is much better compared to other operators, because Vodafone has a very large slice of 900 megahertz spectrum in Mumbai, right? Compared to other, well, Bharti also has a small spectrum in Mumbai, but 5 megahertz, but Vodafone spectrum quantum is very, very large, if you see. So similarly, Maharashtra, if you go to Maharashtra, you'll see that Bharti does not have any spectrum in Maharashtra. Vodafone has how much? 14 megahertz spectrum in Maharashtra. So let's look at Haryana. Haryana, if you see the quality of spectrum in Haryana, if anybody is residing in Haryana, you will notice that the quality of Vodafone network may be much better than Bharti, because Vodafone has got 12.2 megahertz of spectrum in Haryana. So let me tell you one thing which people generally don't understand. It is not about technology. It is actually about spectrum bands. Lower the frequency, better the quality of network. So take it, this is a principle that you follow. Whatever may be the technology, whether it is 2G, right? It doesn't have to be 5G. Even if you are using 2G technology and if you are in a lower frequency band, your quality of service will be far better than anybody using 5G in, let's say, 3.5 gigahertz band or higher frequency band. So it is to do with, because you can't change physics, because unless the RF signal reaches you, your handset, what you are going to do with technology? You will not be able to do anything with technology. You may have the best, like for example, if you have a Formula car, purchased a Formula car which can travel at 500 kilometers per hour, and let me just tell you that if you don't have any road to drive that car, what is the purpose of that car, right, which you are holding? There is absolutely. Similarly, if you do not have reachability to the base station because the RF signal does not reach you, there is no point in you having any better technology or any kind of handset. No magic will happen. Okay. So that is why low frequency band is extremely crucial for even 5G services, which we have completely missed out. We are not focusing. And if you look at this particular article, you will find that there is no 5G spectrum being auctioned in the low frequency band. The 700 and 600 megahertz band is conspicuously missing. This is not there. Now let's go to the 700. Let's first, before we go to 700, let's go to 800 megahertz. Now 800 megahertz spectrum, you will find that Reliance Jio is having huge amount of spectrum in 800. All this red color that you see, Reliance Jio. And then you have got some RCOM spectrum lying here and there, which is again, in NCLT, so they can't be used unless they expire. And then we have slices of spectrum for Bharti here and there, 5 megahertz each, and then we have pink. Now this is also a 4G spectrum. This is not a 5G spectrum. Now somebody may say that why not some player take slices of spectrum, whatever is available here, for 5G services. It is of no use, because for 5G you need contiguous spectrum in one single spectrum band of at least 10 megahertz or more. Now for Reliance, since they have already 700 megahertz 10, for them to take additional spectrum in 800 megahertz band at a price which is extremely high doesn't make any sense to me, because they need to expand the capacity in 700 megahertz band to enhance the 5G capacity rather than expanding their 4G capacity, because everybody is migrating to what? 4G, in 5G network. So that is their main motto after having made so much amount of investment. So this also kind of gives a very fractured view, that because this spectrum, now there was an opportunity, by the way, let me tell you this. Look at this spectrum. Most circles, you will find that at least 5 megahertz of spectrum is available in 800 megahertz for any operator to deploy 4G. And since Reliance Jio is already operating in 4G band, therefore the ecosystem of handsets already exists in this particular band. Now tell me, why would the government decide to give BSNL spectrum in 700 megahertz band? When I come to 700 megahertz, you will see the story. They could have easily given spectrum to BSNL in 800 megahertz band, because they were doing 4G. So BSNL could have already occupied, and now let me go to 700 megahertz band, and you will find that in 700 megahertz band, what is the situation? You have got 10 megahertz for government, then you have got 10 megahertz for railway, 10 megahertz for Reliance Jio, 5 megahertz is vacant, and then there is additional 10 megahertz for BSNL. So this block of spectrum of 10 megahertz could have been expanded by Reliance to create an additional 5 to 10 megahertz so that they could have strengthened their 5G services. Now this block, which is 5 megahertz of spectrum, is now being, government is thinking of giving it to railways. So whatever spectrum that railways have, 10 megahertz, so the government now, so if you look at the TRI website, let me take you to the TRI website, and you will find, interestingly, the TRI came out with a consultation paper. This is the consultation paper. And what TRI is saying, now if you go through the consultation paper, the topic of the consultation paper is that consultation paper for additional assignment of additional spectrum to Indian Railways for safety and security purpose. Now, if you go through this consultation paper, they are talking of giving additional 5 megahertz of spectrum to railways. See, through DOT's reference letter dated 26/7/2023, TRA has requested to provide recommendation on assignment of 5 megahertz of additional spectrum to Indian Railways, which means that when you go here to this website, this 5 megahertz of spectrum, which could have helped Reliance Jio to expand their capacity from 10 megahertz to 15 megahertz, is no longer going to be there, and that is one of the reasons why this spectrum block is not offered in the recent auction, because this deliberation is going on within TRAI. We just started, on 7th of, paper is dated what? 7th of February, means day before yesterday, right? So that is why 700 megahertz is not there. Now 600 megahertz, 30 megahertz available. I don't have a plan for 600 because it does not make any sense, because this whole spectrum band is available free, because in the last auction, there were no takers. So if you go through the last auction, let's say I will go to auction years, and if I choose 2020-22, and if I choose the quantum of spectrum sold, you will find that nothing was sold in 600 megahertz band. Nothing, you see, 600 megahertz, all zero. Okay. So given the situation, what do you think about this number? That this number being quoted. This number is basically a theoretical number. Maybe, even if the government is able to make 5-10,000 crores, government would be very happy, and that 5-10,000 crores is not going to give government any dividend, because it's going to be a deferred payment. Maybe the operators may choose to defer it in the 20 years, so the EMI payment will be maybe a few 100 crores here and there, right? So this makes no sense. Now there is one important issue which has been left out in this narrative, which is availability of low frequency spectrum for 5G, where I have done a lot of articles earlier, and I have now, today itself I wrote an article which I am basically have titled Navigating the Spectrum, the 700 megahertz Odyssey of Mixed Opportunity and Regulatory Oversight. Now, if you read this article, you will understand that how complex the situation is from a regulation point of view, and what kind of mistakes were committed by the regulator, which led to the total destruction of the 700 megahertz band spectrum. So if you look at 700 megahertz band, earlier the 700 megahertz band was envisaged for IMT services because it was considered to be the most valuable spectrum. Now think of this 700 megahertz band. Out of the total 45 megahertz of spectrum, only 10 megahertz is being used by Reliance Jio. Rest of the spectrum is lying with the PSUs. So this is the most vital spectrum band, which the price of this spectrum band was initially valued at, I'm going to show you what the valuation of the 700 megahertz band was, at 2012 at 11,485 crores. And when a equivalent spectrum band of 800 megahertz was valued at only 3,640 crores. So it was, to me, it was deliberately kept out of the block till the time when 2022, when it was reasonably valued, because if you look at the price of 700 megahertz band from 2012 till 2022, this is how the price got reduced. Now I can basically show you here. If I go here and if you choose the auction years, and then if you choose the reserve price of a particular band, let me just choose a band auction data, and then I choose a specific band. That will give you a good amount of insight into what is going on as far as 700 megahertz band is concerned. So if I choose 700 megahertz, just a minute, let it load. It will take some time because the bit data is getting loaded. So anyway, I think I leave it there because this is a very heavy file. So you get the story, 700 megahertz, the pricing basically changed from huge value, which the TRAI had valued. And you should go through this article because this kind of captures all the history and how the pricing rationale of 700 megahertz band was driven by TRAI to a level which is extremely high, resulted in exclusion of this particular spectrum band from the auction, which has prevented the operators to do meaningful 5G services, because for 5G you need low frequency band. Now again I am repeating again and again I am repeating the same thing, that operators need to deploy 5G in low frequency band because it has got nothing to do with technology, it is to do with reach. Because high frequency band 3.5 and the 26 gigahertz band do not penetrate indoors, and for you to experience 5G services inside your house, you need the low frequency bands, and those low frequency band will enable you to experience 5G services natively inside your house and your offices where you are located most of the time. Most of the time you will be in your house or your office. Now somebody may say, why 5G? I can lock onto the Wi-Fi network when I am inside the house or the office. Okay, you can do that. Then why do you need 5G network? We should dismantle the full 5G network that is available or deployed by the operators. Operators have spent so many lakhs of crores in deploying 5G network. Those 5G network to be deployed. Then the question comes, why Wi-Fi cannot supplement what 5G is capable of doing? The reason is the physical layer of Wi-Fi is different. The physical layer of 5G is different. And 5G's physical layer is enabling it to offer a certain features which will allow the operators to monetize 5G, which cannot be possible by locking into a Wi-Fi network. Why? Because Wi-Fi will not offer you low latency services, it will not offer you all the security features, it will not enable you to create SLAs which are going to be application specific on your mobile phone. So if you are going to remain in a Wi-Fi network when you are inside your house and your office, better dismantle the 5G network which has been deployed, because going outside your house and then experiencing your 5G network doesn't give you that benefit, because even if you are getting 500 Mbps of data in your handset, that data is of no use. You don't need that data in your handset. You may be needing data in your computers to do all the heavy lifting. But in the handset, if you get adequate data and the features which the 5G is bringing on the table, like low latency, SLA based service level, it will be good enough. And that is why you need 5G in the low frequency band. But unfortunately in India, the focus on low frequency band is completely absent. It is not put out in the auction in the current band. Even in the last auction, the pricing was done in such a way that the operators, for example, if Bharti had to purchase 20 megahertz of spectrum in 700 or 600 megahertz band, it had to pay 10 billion US dollars. And that is why when Bharti saw, and that is why this article is extremely important. Read this article, you will understand, because I don't have the time to take you through this article. It will give you the complete overview where we have missed out, where the opportunity is, why the operator did not bid in the last auction, especially Bharti, and what kind of constraints that they have put on the consumer by mismanaging the spectrum in the low frequency band and assigning BSNL spectrum in 700 MHz band when 800 MHz spectrum was available for BSNL to be given. So anyway, thanks for your time. I'll come back to you in the next video, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video and learned from something useful from it. Thank you very much.